I don't care what you want to say. The Raw Women's title picture looks absolutely dreadful. It is a complete joke. Nikki trash. That's who starts off the show and ends the show. There were some moments during this 3-hour show that were quite good. But she ruined it for me. She needs a lot of work done on her character, her in-ring promos. Talk about work. Look at Charlotte Flair's face. How can you? You can't look at that for a minute without having to turn away, turn the TV off. It's terrible. She looks terrible. What has she done to herself? Talk about work needing done. Rhea Ripley's promo skills leave something to be desired. The start of this show is turn off the telly bad. How people managed to sit through that, I don't know. It took me a while to come back and watch the rest of the show. This was a joke. And you had this at the beginning and at the end of your show. It was awful. But there were some highlights throughout the show. I did enjoy Damian Priest versus Sheamus. But we know that's just going to be another match down. We're going to get a rematch of that at SummerSlam. Can't wait for that. They love their rematches in WWE. Especially on Raw. Because the next match, ladies and gentlemen, was ready for it, rematch. Omos and AJ versus the Viking Raiders for the tag team titles. Omos and AJ win again. It's a complete carbon copy of the last match. The way they work this, though, is AJ and Omos are supposed to be the heels, but they're working as baby faces. Everyone wants Omos to get that hot tag, come in and absolutely destroy their opponents. I like the Raiders. Don't like their Viking gimmick. AJ and Omos. AJ's phenomenal. Always has been, always will be. Omos is improving week by week. This was an enjoyable match, but it was a rematch I've already seen. I've seen it before. It was exactly the same as the last one. So what is the point? So they're building towards Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. And Jinder's just losing his heat week by week. You want to build him up. Build up heat for a heel. And want to see him get his ass kicked at the big show. And they're just going about it the complete wrong way here. Every week making them look like complete and utter pussies. Jinder and his mate last week hugging it out on the ramp while their other geezer gets beaten up in the ring by about 50 odd chair shots from Drew McIntyre. What was that about? And then this week, yet again, Drew McIntyre pretty much getting the better, even though he got DQ'd, getting the better of Jinder and Veer on this show. They need to build up. We want to see Jinder get his ass kicked. That should be what we want to see, is Jinder getting his ass kicked. Build up some heat. Beat down Drew for a couple of weeks. Just keep him making Drew look strong week by week. It's not going to work. We won't care. We won't want to see Drew beat him up in the end. We won't want to see Drew kick his ass. They're just going about it the wrong way. This could actually be a decent story and a decent match at SummerSlam, but the build for it has been sloppy and poor. Oh, I'm positive Dave Meltzer's going to be rating this Tag Team Classic as a 5-star match that we will be watching throughout history. We will go back and point to this match as being, oh, look at this Tag Team Classic. We will tell our grandkids about the night we saw Tamina, Natalya versus Eva Marie and Doudrop. Oh, just can't watch her. She's crap. I don't like her. Never have done. Never will do. Didn't like her as Piper. Didn't like her as Viper. Didn't like her as Doudrop either. I'm sorry. She's awful. The only time she was pretty much any bit over was in ICW, and that was thanks to DCT. If you know who he is. This match was absolutely dreadful. And why are they putting this on TV? Why are they putting them out there? Just exposing the business so bad and awful. This was dreadful. And then to throw another turd on top, we got Lily Lucian, whatever that was. The Karrion Kross gets a win. Looking a bit stronger here against Keith Lee. They're just jobbing out Keith Lee, just beating him down, beating him down, beating him down. Hopefully this is going somewhere where he's going to just be beaten down completely, and then there's someone, I don't know, like an MVP or a manager of some sort can pick him up, turn him around, build him into this massive monster and just tear through the whole division. I'm hoping that's where they're going with this. Otherwise, why the hell are we beating Keith Lee week in, week out? We had Mason T-Bar, the Poundland Ascension, going up against Mansoor and Ali. And I don't mind this Mansoor and Ali. I love decent story. Okay in the ring. The match was okay. I'm glad they got the win here. Maybe they shouldn't have got so much offense in. Maybe just pick up a quick win against these two monsters. But Mason T-Bar, no thank you. Yeah, like I said, Poundland Ascension. Yeah, again, Cedric and Shelton getting squashed by Lashley. No Oldberg this week. Just Lashley looking like a beast, squashing his former Hurt Business. But isn't it sad to see that they've just completely done away with the Hurt Business? It's quite sad, really. They were a good faction. I enjoyed them. Why did they need to do this? What are they doing so important now with Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin that they couldn't have just been there next to Bobby Lashley all this time? It makes no sense. They're doing nothing with them now apart from coming out and getting squashed every other week. Pointless. What was the point in that? It's a joke. One other match I did enjoy was John Morrison versus Matt Riddle. Until we got all the stupid interference from Miz in his wheelchair, AJ and almost breaking a scooter. Just ridiculous crap surrounding a match that you didn't need. This was a good match. Just leave it alone and let them bloody wrestle. I don't care. R-Truth blocked me on Twitter. He's a complete goof and an idiot. What was that? He was pretty much supposed to be a babyface, but he's working like an idiot heel. And Reginald made him look like a complete fool in this match. 24/7 championship on the line. Reginald wins and retains the title. We got it. Nikki Trash versus Skeletor, or Charlotte Flair, if you want to call her that. She's looking absolutely dreadful. This match was ugly and bad. Nikki is just crap. Just horrible to watch her perform completely. You just want to turn the TV off. She's terrible in the ring. And that promo at the end after the match. Oh, I almost won. Almost. Nearly as bad as the one at the beginning where she couldn't believe she was champion. This girl's a joke. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like her. Not a fan at all. And Charlotte didn't help matters. It wasn't a good match. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Next week, guess what we're getting? A rematch. This match was that bad. Do you want to do it again next week? Oh, it's going to make people want to tune in, isn't it? To see this pile of crap again. Why? Joke. Absolute joke. This is what we're going to get all the way to SummerSlam, is it? Nikki versus Charlotte week after week. Maybe throw in Rhea one week against Charlotte or against Nikki. This is a complete joke. Why do we watch this? Why do we put ourselves through this pain every week, thinking it's going to get any better? They don't care. So why should we?